Joker and I broke up.
Today we're back again with another Halloween inspired look. I love Harlequin. She is like the good mixture of crazy, Delulu, psycho, everything in one. I'm just here finishing my breakfast, egg and plantain. If you want to kidnap me, give me egg and dodo and I'll go. So I'm moisturizing my skin with this moisturizer from B by Superdrug. And I'm going in with this primer from Primark because we don't want crusty looking lips. We're using this lip mask from Cosrx to moisturize and hydrate the lips. Using this brow gel from MUA Cosmetics is just brush my brows in place. You know, I love my beauty supply pen for brows. For this brow gel, I love that the other end of it is got brush, so you can like brush your brows in place. And you know, these are the OGs, so I still have a lot of them, so I'm gonna have to get use of them. So I'm using this to clean the tail of the brows only. I'll go in with a darker shade to do everything else. For foundation, we're using this L'Oreal foundation Infallible in shade 355 Sienna because it's a bit too orangey for me and yellow looking, so I put this mixing color to tone it down a little bit. So the foundation is giving skin, it's giving match. It's time to bronze or contour. I'm using this one from Studio London in shade 1. That's how it looks like. So I'm just taking the cream and then just going all around the areas where I would normally like contour. So I'm going in with this concealer, LA Girl. It's finished here. It's in shade Suede. Now it's time for blush. I'm using this one from Studio London. It's in the shade Embrace. I'm just gonna apply the blush on where I want it to be. Just like blend that out before I go ahead and blend the concealer. Too much blush where? You see why I said trust the process? This is why. I'll put that in the inner corner, just a little bit here and a little bit here. So I'm using a beauty blender. Like, I barely use them nowadays, but sometimes I do be using them. It's time for powder, and I'm using this Makeup Revolution one. I'm just pressing that in. So for bronzer, we're using this my trusted bronzer from One Size. It's the only bronzer that I use nowadays, honestly. Can you see that? Like, it's such a nice toasty look. I can't wait to do toasty makeup. So it's time for the eyeshadow. So we're doing red on this side and we're doing blue on this side. I'm using my Beauty Bay Bright palette. I'm using this red with mixed with that, and then I've got loads of blues that I could use. So I almost made a mistake there because I want the eyeshadow to pop. I'm just gonna go in with my e.l.f. concealer. It's the lightest shade I have. I'm just gonna use that as a base so that way the color will really pop. Now that's what I'm talking about. You can see the red is popping unlike before. I went ahead and added some powder underneath just in case there's any fallout. I can just like dust it off at the end. Red, I'm just like packing it on the lid more so that way it looks like a gradient. But for the blue side, we're just going ahead with the lighter blue with the dark blue eyeshadow to just blend that out. This side, I'm using this liner. It's the Maybelline Tattoo Liner. It's a bit of a red shimmer. You can see in my waterline. And for the blue side, I'm just going to use a black eyeliner. Then for lashes, so I just apply some lash glue on my actual lid. And I'm using these lashes that I got from TikTok shop. Let me know if you guys want me to tag it so you guys can buy it. Do you see how lifted this eye is compared to this eye? So you guys want to know how I do? So you know when I put the lash glue, I applied it on my lid. So what I go and do next is, let me just make sure this part is secure. Make sure the lash line is on where the glue is. So now I just go ahead and press my lid, like pinch it together. So it sort of like closes the lash band. You see that now? You see how bigger my eyes look? Apply mascara to like blend my natural lashes. So guys, I cannot believe I almost forgot the heart that Harlequin has got on her face. So we just oh my what? How did that? Okay, we're just gonna let it dry. We're gonna let it dry and then scrape it off and then try again. So that is dry, so we're just gonna scrape it off with like a brush. Just see that up. It's still showing, but it's not as bad as it was before. So we're gonna try it again, but this time I have to look at it properly. There we go. It looks slightly bigger, so I'm just gonna like outline that. Okay, so that's done. Just lining my lip liner before we go ahead with the red lipstick. So I'm using the Ribbewoo red lipstick, the matte red lipstick. This is the last year Christmas collection. Just gonna put that all over. Wow. This is beautiful. Wow. So there's still some finishing touches that I need to put on the blue smudge, the red smudge, the lipstick smudging, all of that I need to do it after I've put on my wig. So the wig is on. I've done this. This is more of a dark blue. I don't have a light blue, but it's whatever. I'm gonna change my top real quick and I'll be back. So to try to dye the wig blue, I'm gonna just use this blue mixing pigment, just a little bit of it on a plate, and then just rub it on. You see, it's like showing. Just rub that on the end slightly. I also have this palette that I got from Nigeria. I've got the curve case as well, but this blue is also perfect. The blue is not as pigmented, so I'm just gonna get just a little bit of it and then just do the same, rub it on. And you can see that's showing more. So for the right side, I'm just taking the red as well. So this red right here, a good amount on here, and I'm just going to mix it on here so it's a bit like light. I'm going to mix a lighter concealer, just a little bit, just so the consistency is a bit lighter. So just going to apply some here at the end, just blending that out. That was perfect. Put that all over the part where you want the red to show. So now we're just going to brush this out. You see how that looks? Blend this out. I'm just doing the finishing touches, just doing out the blue smudge and the red smudge, and we smudge the lips. So this is the final look. We smudged the lip, the eyes. This is the hair. That's how it looks like right now. I love it. I rate this at 8.5 over 10. What do you guys rate it? I am obsessed.